Alright, guys, it is Friday, February 11th, 2022 at 3:46 p.m. Alright, let's take a look at dailyverses.net. Verse of the day says, "But he was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed." Isaiah 53:5. Alright, let's start with Space River News 2 on Twitter. We have a couple of things happening Wednesday and Thursday of severe risk. Says Elizabeth Laitman, things are happening Wednesday and Thursday, severe risk. Let's take a look at these images so you guys can see the possibility of severe weather outlook over Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Louisiana. 16% chance right there. And the next Thursday we have severe weather outlook over Louisiana, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, parts of Mississippi and Alabama. So it's traveling from the Texas, Oklahoma area over to more centralized Tennessee, Mississippi area. So it's traveling over. So we're having a chance of severe weather outlook Wednesday and Thursday. So heads up for people who live in these areas. Alright, next we have White House now gives Americans 24 to 48 hours to exit Ukraine. Warns invasion could begin during the Olympics. The White House is now telling Americans in Ukraine to get out of the country immediately, giving the 24 to 48 hour time frame to make a safe exit. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan urged all U.S. citizens in Ukraine to depart immediately. The number of Americans in the country is often estimated in tens of thousands, likely somewhere around 30,000, including dual citizens. So 30,000 possible people having to evacuate Ukraine immediately. It says U.S. orders additional 3,000 troops to Poland. We want to be clear on this point. Any American in Ukraine should leave as soon as possible, and in any event, in the next 24 to 48 hours, Sullivan said. We obviously cannot predict the future. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but the risk is now high enough and the threat is now immediate enough. If they stay, Americans are assuming a risk which no guarantee that there will be any other opportunity to leave, and no prospect of a U.S. military evacuation in the event of a Russian invasion, he added. So heads up, if you are in Ukraine and you're an American, please make sure you leave immediately. This is what the U.S. government is telling all Americans in Ukraine to do right now. Alright, next. Eyes of the world are on us. Ontario declares state of emergency over bridge blockade. Ontario, Canada declared a state of emergency Friday morning to empower law enforcement to end the blockade of the Ambassador Bridge, the busiest commercial border crossing between the U.S. and Canada, and the Freedom Convoy protests in Ottawa, warning truckers who continue to block the Ambassador Bridge they will be punished if they don't leave. Ontario Premier Doug Ford told reporters that the federal government is enacting new powers to end the blockade. He said protesters will be slapped with hefty fines of amounting to around $78,800 and jail time, according to Bloomberg. So if you are in Ontario, heads up, they possibly could fine you with $78,000 and jail time. Alright, guys. Next, U.S. deploys nuclear-ready B-52 bombers to UK with the eye on Russia. Despite repeated warnings from Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, the U.S. is driving the rise of tensions at Ukraine's eastern border. The U.S. Air Force has deployed 4 B-52 bombers with nuclear capabilities to the UK, where one official acknowledged the deployment is at least partially connected to Russia's recent military activities. Two B-52 bomber Stratfordshire aircrafts arrived at Royal Air Force Fairford on Thursday, with 2 more following. The bombers integrated with other NATO members' forces en route to Fairford, according to the Air Force, including British Typhoon aircraft and Portuguese F-16s currently assigned to NATO's Icelandic air policing mission. So heads up if you live in England and in Russia, the U.S. has been sending 4 B-52 bombers, which of course we know are possible of carrying nuclear warheads and other bombs. Alright, guys. Next, the U.S. confirms highly pathogenic bird flu at Indiana turkey farm. 29,000 animals culled. The U.S. Department of Agriculture reported an outbreak of highly pathogenic avian flu in an Indiana turkey flock on Wednesday, the nation's first case in a commercial poultry operation since 2020. The outbreak brought swift reaction from importers seeking to limit the spread of the bird flu. China and Korea blocked non-hardy poultry meat from Indiana, while Taiwan restricted poultry meat and egg products from the state, the USDA said on its website. Indiana said that the virus was H5N1, and it was the state's first case of highly pathogenic bird flu in commercial poultry since 2016, when 400,000 birds were killed. The H5N1 strain has also been found in wild birds along the U.S. East Coast and has caused a wave of outbreaks in poultry across Europe and Asia. So, guys, heads up if you live in Indiana, make sure that if you're eating turkey, you make sure that it isn't from this plant. Alright, guys. Next, Lake Erie is shaking. Is this enhanced geological activity in the area responsible for mysterious deep water temperature rising in the Great Lakes? The earth is trembling underneath Lake Erie. 9 weak shallow earthquakes have already struck central Lake Erie in the first weeks of 2022, according to the Ohio Department of Natural Resources, which alongside the U.S. Geological Survey tracks seismic activity in the region. The quake epicenters are clustered around 2 miles offshore Lake County, east of Cleveland. They range from a 1.3 to a 3.0 in magnitude, and some are being felt locally on shore. Quake depths range from 2.1 to 7.4 kilometers under the surface. The most recent quake was a 2.4 on February 4th. So heads up if you live near Lake Erie. It is major, not major, but a lot of earthquakes happening off the shore in Lake Erie. Alright, next. New paroxysmal eruption of Etna volcano, Italy, and amazing videos and pictures. So apparently, Mount Etna volcano in Italy is erupting. It says Mount Etna volcano in the Italian island of Sicily erupted again early this morning, Thursday, February 10th. According to the Italian National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology, the eruption occurred inside the southeast crater area, causing a slight and discontinuous ash shower. So we have the recorded tremors came from a depth of around 3,000 meters above sea level, reaching average values. A forecast model predicts a volcanic plume will travel in a southwesterly direction. So heads up if you live in Italy, more a volcano eruption from Mount Etna. Alright, guys, that's it for this video. Hit like and subscribe for more news, and see you guys next time. God bless you guys. Stay safe, and if you are in Ukraine, please make sure you exit Ukraine and come home as safely as you can. Alright, guys, prayers up. See you guys next time. God bless.